And good morning and welcome into your favorite time of the day where you get to spend 30 minutes with me. Who wouldn't want to do that? All right, guys, welcome in. We have a lot to talk about today. Apple reports earnings tonight. Hold on for dear life, aka Robinhood, I hear, reports earnings tonight. The Fed spoke yesterday. Whew, lots of stuff going on. Bill Ackman bought $3 million or 3 million shares. I think it was probably 3 million shares worth of Netflix. He's a top 20 holder now. That one's coming back. So let's see. Let's get into some news. Let's see if Uncle Mo's going to be hot today or not. Hot or not. Let's see. So the Fed. So where should I start? Okay, I'm going to start with some stories about the Fed. Then I want to actually get into the policy that they put out, and then I'm going to explain repo rates because what they're doing with repo is BS and totally overlooked that nobody's talking about. And let's see from there. Anyways, Fed inflation policy walks a tightrope. They're between a rock and a hard place. Somebody put in the chat, they want to either do this from a slow death or a quick death, and they don't know what they want to do because right now they said nothing yesterday. If you were in the live stream with me, I did a live reaction to Jerome Powell's statement yesterday and question answer session, which was a debacle. But anyways, let's go. This one you know what? Let's do the other one first. This was a much better written article. The Fed missed 7% surge in inflation, but Powell vows to get back to 2%. Okay, adorable. The Fed never expected inflation to soar to 7%. They absolutely did not. He said, we will use our tools to prevent higher inflation from becoming entrenched. Not once yesterday did he say anything about the word 7. He didn't say 7. All he said was well above 2%. He did not acknowledge anything about, okay, here we go. The bank, here was the other part. So we're talking about interest rates. Now we're going to talk about the balance sheet, $9 trillion. The bank is also poised to start reducing its nearly $9 trillion stockpile of bonds perhaps as early as the spring. He didn't say that. That is not what he said. This person is not interpreting that correctly. He said they don't know when they're going to do it. They could do it in the spring, but they don't know when they're going to do it. Low interest rates and a tsunami of cash flooding in the market through the economy has supercharged customer demand for goods supplied beyond the capabilities of business that provides them. Absolutely true. And then we started getting into. I'll just wait. We understand the higher inflation imposes significant hardships, especially on those least able to meet higher costs of food and housing. So wages have gone up, yeah, but inflation has gone up too. So your wage increase means nothing. The Fed never saw this coming, and they just kept using that nonsense word of transitory. Here is their argument. Inflation would shoot up briefly as the economy fully reopened. People want their lives again, and they want the explosion of pent-up demand. Okay. The inflation would taper off rapidly. Here's the thing. Their definition, Jerome Powell did say yesterday, we are at maximum employment. Guys, everywhere I go, there's a sign that says, we need workers. Everywhere you go, you see that, we need workers. Let's go right here. Here's the jobless claims that just came out. 260,000 people filed for jobless claims this week. Look at the continuing claims. 1.67 million. There's 10 million people that are still out of work. How are we if this is what you want to define as maximum employment, sure, go for it. But, oh, God, it's bad. Another issue I had, they were talking about the supply chain issues. They just keep saying, well, the supply chain issues are going to get better. Why? Name a reason. Say a reason why supply chain issues are going to get better. I said this so many times yesterday on that live stream that I did. Supply chain, you have to address supply chain issues. You can't just say they're going to get better. Everything that they said, they just said, when the virus goes away, when the virus goes away, when the virus goes away. I'm sorry, but if this right now isn't the virus being gone away, I don't know what you're waiting for. Because yes, the virus is still out there and it's contagious and everything, but people are out. I don't want to start talking about this virus nonsense. The Fed has created these issues. They need to fix them. They're the ones that have put us in this situation. I hate when they're not government. I hate when government gets involved like this, but they've created these issues. Do something about it. Another problem, a surprising labor market shortage, even though Powell said that we've achieved maximum employment. So cute. Millions of people the Fed expected to go back to work didn't. Yeah, that's like the 10 million people sitting out of work. Our objective is to get inflation back down to 2%. Okay, so here's the end of the game. In the end, they're going to hike rates a quarter point in March, and they have no idea what's going to happen after that. They said, we're just going to go based on the data. Well, I'm sorry, sir. The data says that your inflation is the highest it's ever been in 40 years. Increase it more than a quarter point. There's your data. I'm some idiot that's sitting in a bedroom here in Richfield, Ohio, and I just answered the question for you. They have no idea what they're doing with their balance sheet. They've said that. We don't know what we're doing with our balance sheet. It's $9 trillion. They need to reduce that ASAP. And number three, they have no clue what day it is. And nobody can argue that fact with me. Where's that other story that I wanted to talk about? Fed policy, tightrope. Let's see. Right now, they have to keep markets happy. They have put themselves in I don't want to read any more about the Fed. These people are idiots. Here's the problem. Here's the thing that I'm going back to. So they said they're going to keep reducing their mortgage-backed security when they were buying treasuries and mortgage-backed securities. That should be done by the end of March. Here was the thing that I had an issue with. So guys, we talk about the overnight repo rate. So if you don't know what the overnight repo rate is, I'm going to explain it to you, but there's a very good video from the Wall Street Journal. If you just go to YouTube and type in repo rate Wall Street Journal or WSJ, you will get a perfect 5-minute explanation of what that is, but I'm going to give it to you right now. So they conduct overnight repurchase agreement operations with a minimum bid rate of quarter percent, and an aggregate operation limit of $500 billion that can be temporarily increased at the discretion of the chair. Okay, here we go. Here's the repo rate. So here's what's generally supposed to happen. Where's my pen? Come on, give me my pen. Okay, here's what's generally supposed to happen. You have banks. Banks lend out money. Obviously, they need liquidity overnight. So overnight, when they need to stay liquid, they need to have cash on hand in case something happens. This is what happened in 2008. Everything fell apart. It used to be that hedge funds were the ones that gave them money. So here's what would happen. The banks would need money overnight. The hedge funds had cash. So the hedge funds have a ton of cash. So the banks are going to say, okay, hedge fund, we're going to give you, let's call it 0.5% to loan us, I don't know, $250 billion overnight. So the hedge fund is going to send over $250 billion overnight. The bank is going to send a note over to the hedge fund saying that, okay, we're going to return the money to you in the morning with 0.5% interest. Okay, there you go. Everything's happy. Everyone's happy. Hedge fund makes a little bit of money. The bank keeps their liquidity overnight. Everything's good. Okay, now with interest rates where they are, the hedge funds ain't lending anything. Why would the hedge fund take a risk of sending cash over to a bank to get basically zero interest? So who steps in? It's not banks. It's Fed. The Fed steps in. So the Fed starts sending cash over to the banks overnight. The banks send them a note that's basically worthless. And the Fed was starting to send trillions of dollars over. That's why they reduced that number to 500 billion. But they were sending like 1.3 trillion overnight. This is not a good signal when the Fed is the one that is keeping banks liquid overnight. You want the private businesses like the hedge funds to be sending money to the banks overnight. That's a situation we're in. That's what that little piece in here means. But at the discretion of the Fed, that's why they can increase it to trillions of dollars overnight. So isn't that adorable? Tesla, so that's enough of the Fed. Tesla came in and just did Tesla did a great job. So they came in and they beat revenue. They came in at $17.72 billion in revenue, beat expectations. Revenue rose 65% year over year in the quarter, while automotive revenue totaled $15.7 billion, totaling 71% of the, according to the statement. Energy generation was down 8%, even though, well, never mind. I won't be sarcastic right now. Net income, $2.3 billion. Amazing. Up 760%. And Tesla said it had a 27.4% gross margin. They expect to have chip limited. So here was the funny part. Elon Musk was on the call. Do you guys remember this? Do you guys remember like 3 or 4 quarters ago when Elon Musk, he did a conference call and he said on the conference call, I'm never going to go on earnings calls again. And here he is on every single earnings call. I think he skipped one and he's back. Just can't stay away. So we will not be introducing new vehicle models this year in 2022. Because parts are constrained. So if you want your truck, you ain't getting it. If you want your, what's that other thing? If you want your, what's that little fast car? The Roadster. You ain't getting it. The CEO also said that the company will not be working on a $25,000 compact vehicle. Tesla's made quite a few cars in Austin and Berlin in 2021, so that's great. They are going to have 600,000. They're going to expand their capacity at their facility beyond 600,000 cars. That's in Fremont. Full self-driving is a primary focus of theirs. Tesla's rolling, baby. I love it. Still don't love the valuation though. So why can't banks keep themselves liquid overnight? Because they only have so much cash and they have to put it out to the people that they're lending to. Southwest Airlines reports its first quarterly profit in 2 years. Guys, something crazy about Southwest. Until the pandemic, it took a pandemic to make them not profitable. They made money every single fiscal year through 2020 from their inception. That is insane. That is just absolutely insane. It took a pandemic to stop it, but they're back. They turned a quarterly profit for the first time in 2 years. They expect to be profitable in 2022. People are clearly traveling again. I was going through the airports, and my goodness, they are just flushed with people. It is incredible how many people are traveling again. Here's some trouble for Square and PayPal. Apple to rival Square by turning iPhones into payment terminals. Guys, Apple has 2+ billion devices in people's hands. This is why when we do videos, 8-pillar videos, I always say Apple has not even gotten started yet. Their subscription business hasn't even gotten started. And now I never even saw this coming. They're going to turn themselves into pay terminals. So here's the thing. Square has a stronghold in the retail world. But if you don't have to buy a device and you can just download an app and pay maybe an annual fee, man, Apple is planning a new service that will let small businesses accept payments directly on their phones without extra hardware. Incredible. The company has been working on a new feature since around 2020 when it paid about $100 million for a Canadian startup company called MobiWave that developed technology for smartphones to accept payments and tap of a credit card. The system will likely use iPhone's NFC chips that they already use for Apple Pay, letting users food trucks, blah, blah, blah. 2 billion devices in hands. Good luck, Square and PayPal. You're in for it. If PayPal lets any app use the technology, then Square can continuously accept payments via Apple devices without needing to worry about providing its own hardware. If Apple requires merchants to use Apple Pay or its own payment processing system, that could go in a different direction for Square, and I assume that's what they're going to do. I mean, why wouldn't they? Apple may begin rolling out the feature in the coming months. They said it's going to be a beta test of iOS 15.4. So, yeah. What happened if the Fed closes the tap on the banks? Yeah, I don't know. Mo, please take a look at the Bentley luxury houses. Bentley is, I don't know what that means. Yeah, that's that. If you want ridiculousness, actually, I just recorded something on my Instagram, and it's a behind-the-scenes tour of my studio right now. But it's funny because I'm going to be moving studios. This is a studio in my old house, but I'm going to be moving studios. My new studio is sick. It's going to be awesome. I just got to get all this equipment that's in front of me and behind me moved over. So follow us on Instagram. Here's all 3 handles, @TraderMo_EM. Yeah, please do it. What is this? What is everybody talking about? What are these Bentley luxury houses? I have a feeling I'm going to go to these Bentley luxury houses and it's going to pull up some nasty ass picture that I'm going to get arrested on the YouTubes. All right. Look at that 10-year rate. So that 10-year rate really hopped overnight, 1.85%. I wonder what it is in live time. You can go and look for yourself. So Apple reports tonight. Robinhood reports tonight. Visa reports tonight. Southwest becomes profitable. They have a good outlook, and their stock is down 1%. So that's cool. I always tell you, earnings is total crapshoot, guys. McDonald's 2.5% down right now. What else do we have? Jobless claims. I already went over that. They came out with this GDP number, 6.9 annual. Yeah, okay, whatever you want to say. I'm not very interested in those numbers right now. If you want to join the software, you get the 8 Pillars software, retirement calculator, stock analyzer tool, 8 Pillars portfolio. Exclusive content on the app for everything's on the app, to be honest. Click join. $30 gets you access to all of that. If you want to join the Bid and Ask Nation, we're going to do about 15 minutes of trading right here. 15 minutes of trading right here. $80 a month gets you access to that. Go and you can watch me day trade live. A couple times a week. I did it a little bit yesterday. Did it a little bit on, I believe it was Monday. Maybe it was Tuesday. You get all of the rules for trading. You get the Employed Trader series, which are 6 stocks that I trade every single day, and I update and just show you what my thoughts are. And plus, you get to talk to me all the time. Who would not want that? I don't understand. Who wouldn't want to talk to me all the time? Man, I'm just so cool. All right. Send me some stocks, guys, and we'll go over them. Massive fan of your channel. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Mo, send me the $100 bill behind you. Yeah, that $100 bill is sweet. I actually ordered it from Ukraine or something like that. Some artist in Ukraine. She was such a nice person, and she was like, what do you want on your dollar? Do you want the new dollar? So this is the newer dollar of, it has Ben Franklin. Oh, obviously the old one does too, but it's the newer looking dollar. She asked me where I want the folds and etc. She was awesome. So, all right. You were cool until you said you were cool. Humble. Yeah. Thank you. I love it. Okay. Any comment regarding Intel earnings? No, I don't really have one right now. But we can look. Okay, let's see. Apple. Nah, I'm not going to do Apple. I do Apple every day on the Employed Trader series. So, what else do we have? Okay, let's start with Intel. Intel, INTC. So Intel is going to be opening big factories here in Ohio, and the average salary. Oh, here we go. And the average salary that's going to be coming out for the per employee is $135,000. That's incredible. Here we go. Beat on revenue by 6.5%. Beat on earnings per share 20.5%. Goodness gracious. And here we are. Down pre-market. Guys, this is why I don't trade earnings. Look what this came out. Here's your revenue. Revenue beat by 6.5%. Earnings per share beat. This is what these idiots care about. 20.5%. And your stock price is down $1.50, $1.60. Come on. This is why I don't trade earnings, because it's a total crapshoot. It can go one way or the other on you. I'm not saying it's going to stay down here. It could rally right back up. But now, instead of sitting here at your 100-day moving average, you're sitting down here below all 4 major moving averages. So good luck pushing back up here and getting through the 50, then the 100, then the 25, then the 200-day moving average. So yeah, that's not a good one for Intel. Just let it calm down today and see what's gonna happen from there. Corsair, haven't done Corsair in a hot minute. Oh boy, look at this thing. It has just been beaten down. It is a dog stock right now, moved down through the sweet spot, and here it is again. It's creating these lower lows, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. And what I mean by that is the red line has popped up and made a low, made a high. Then it popped up again and it made a high, but it was lower than the previous high on the stochastic. Then it tried to pop up again, made another high lower than this one. So this again popped up again, lower than this one. So this is just a bad downtrend. Hopefully, if you want to do something with this, you get a pop in earnings. But outside of that, you're not going to get very far. Yeah, be careful with that one. If you want to short it, you absolutely can. But Alibaba, why don't we try Alibaba? Intel's profit margins are lower. Revenue doesn't equal profits. That's absolutely true. I don't know. I didn't read the earnings report. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing just from the revenue and earnings per share. But either way, that's what the two main numbers that people focus on is revenue and earnings per share in the United States when it comes to earnings. So with that, those are your numbers that you got to focus on. That's what the media focuses on. So, all right, here's Alibaba. So I'm zoomed out like this because I want to see where the next resistance point is. Next resistance point is $108.50. So we'll see what's going to happen. Again, guys, I've said this for quite some time. I don't necessarily love the idea of trading these Chinese stocks right now, and just because even though it's not in the media as much, I just don't want it to be. Even though the news of delisting and this is not in the media as much, it's still there. It's still behind the scenes. So let all this China stuff figure itself out and then go and do something with it. If you really want to, if you're just so, oh my God, I have to get in Baba, I have to do it. Trade it on a swing trading chart. Run it for a few days up, run it for a few days down. Even better, I'd rather you go to a day trading chart. It has its days. I know people in the bid and ask have caught it. Yesterday, it was down almost 5%. You can go and do something with that. SQ. SQ. So they got hit a little bit this morning on that Apple news that was reported. So Square next resistance point is $86.56. And I didn't mean to say resistance, support point. That's bad. Maybe 101, but after that, it's 86. Guys, look at this high. This intraday high was $289.23, and that was in August. Basically $300 a share. Now it's $100. And this was Square. This was the most disruptive company out there. They're going to replace machines and credit. It's the best thing ever. You can go and swipe your credit card in the park. But hey, it is what it is. Downtrend, dog stock, if you want to throw a tracker share on and have fun, but I wouldn't touch this thing right now. I'd let everything calm down. Nike's well below its 200-day moving average. Really good looking short happened here. So here's the sitch. It popped up. We're still in a very, very good downtrend overall. If this thing if this thing moves and drops below this long green wick and goes something like this, you can go ahead and continue to short this thing. I like that one. In the near term, if you want to swing trade it, let the yellow line move into the sweet spot. Looks like you're going to move up a little bit in price today, so not much, but maybe it'll give you an engulfing candlestick like this. You can run it up to the 200-day moving average, then exit your position because it's not going to go much above the 200-day moving average unless they have some kind of earnings or when. March, yeah. You ain't jumping up there unless something happens. Somebody wants the bell. There you go. Domino's. Domino's. This is a big Bill Ackman stock. Bill Ackman's the hedge. I swear to God, Bill Ackman. He watched what's that movie on the show on Showtime, Billions. I swear he watched Billions and he was like, yeah, I got to be Bobby Axelrod, and that is what he's doing. He's just incredible. If you haven't read the book Confidence Game, very good, very good. It has to do with default credit swaps and everything back in the 2008 time. He just when there's times of tumult, chaos, Bill Ackman's he's right front and center of it, capitalizing on it. Like when he crushed it by buying put options in 2020. Okay, so here's the deal with Domino's. Beautiful short coming down, absolutely beautiful short coming down. Let's pull up a line chart. Just I think I see some M formations. Yep. It doesn't get much more ideal than this, guys. Pull down, rebound a little bit, create an M formation. Pull down, create an M formation. Pull down, create an M formation. Pull down, big rebound. Still, your high was lower than here, and it pulled out. This is an absolutely beautiful short, unbelievable. Whoever caught this, good job. Just perfect. And if you get something like this, go for it. Keep adding to it and just keep getting those rebounds of M formations going down. I don't really see a lot of support in here. Next, Peloton. Do I see Peloton getting bought soon? I do. Peloton is just getting abused. There's so many people out there that could buy them. I mean, you look at Nike, Apple, Amazon, Google. It makes sense for these. The reason I just said Amazon, Apple, and Google, they're the home, the things you talk into. They have the lights, they have the security systems, they're all of this. So it makes perfect sense to incorporate fitness into it. Plus, you have Apple Fitness. Look at this Apple Fitness thing. Let's go to Apple Fitness. Yeah, look at this. This is a joke what they have going on here. This is a joke. It's an app, and you like stare at it on your phone, and it tells you what you're going to do on your watch, and this is it. There's like nothing to it, and you can do like classes on your phone on your little. Come on, go buy Peloton and make it into Apple Peloton. Look at this lady. This is for real. Come on, make it into something better. Give people devices, and it's gonna be awesome. So. Peloton's at ultimate dog stock right now. They report earnings on February 8th at night, so maybe you'll get a pop out of there. I don't know, but we'll see. HPQ, let's see. Take profits was the question. HPQ. So yeah, so you're excuse me. So you're exiting your position right now, and the reason is Redline has dropped below 80%. So you had a hell of a run, and this is the issue here. Oh. Okay, maybe not. No, you just had a hell of a run. That's it. You had a hell of a run. The trend changed from these highs, and sell it, take your money and run. You did a good job. Good job. And now if you're in it from a value position, totally different story. But Nautilus versus Peloton. Yeah, Nautilus. Let's see. NLS. Is it Nautilus? I don't know what's the deal with Nautilus. Guys, they make phenomenal machines for the gym. I don't know anything about their bicycles or anything like that, but their gym equipment is just top notch, absolutely top notch. But this is the dog stock like I've ever seen. They went through the last time they went through the sweet spot was March of 2021, and they've just been going sideways and getting worse and worse since. So I don't know if this is a value trap. I don't know what's going on with Nautilus. This is another one that I see that you could. Somebody could acquire CMCAS. And if you are, CMCAS. Hey, Alejandro, I don't have that one. Give me another ticker symbol. With that being said, any bodybuilding fans out there, Dorian Yates, big Nautilus guy. Again, you've crossed below your 80% line, exit your position. That's what you got to do. Exit your position. If you want to take some risk, you're popping up in price today. See if your trend changes. See if it pulls you back up here into this over 80% area. But based on the rules, that's that. And here we go. Look at this. So I'm going to look right in here. Line chart. Flagpole. comes right back down. There's no support in here. There was no support in this area. That is a flagpole. And this was on their truck EV news nonsense that this thing shot up. And of course, it's nonsense. Who cares that they're making a truck? It's not going to. The news of them making a truck shouldn't change the valuation of the company. Now, make the truck. Okay, change the valuation of the company. But yeah, DXJ. So I don't really love trading these because it just rolls with the dollar and this and that. Unless you want to trade it from a swing trading perspective, I don't like the volatility that you see with it. Let me reset this one. Option R. There we go. And people were saying, why was gold down? If the market was down, why is gold down? It's because the dollar's down, and the dollar. The dollar was up. If the dollar is strong, gold's going to go down, and vice versa. The gold moves against the dollar. That's just how it works. That's how it's always worked. That's how it's always going to work. Contrary to popular belief, Bitcoin does not move against the dollar, but it is disruptive. So hold on to your oven mitts or diamond hands. Diamond hands. I got to get hip with the jive. All right, so gold is probably just going to hit this resistance point. It's going to probably a support point of 38. Probably just going to hang here for a little while. It'll rebound. Guys, there's no way gold doesn't do well. With the amount of money that they've just been printing and 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 printing. And it's going to get bad. Comcast. See, I wonder why. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Okay, dog stock for sure. This is Comcast. Been beaten down. What was their earnings report? Earnings, revenue came in above expectations by 2.5%. Earnings per share came in above 5.5%, and the stock price is down $3. So there you go, another crapshoot. You're going to fall into this area. You have a lot of consolidation in here, and you're just going to consolidate in this area of $45 for a while. You're below all four major moving averages. You got a lot of work to do. You're going to turn into a dog stock even more, and it's just going to go sideways like this. So if you're in this, sorry. Stock market's now open. I will do 2 more stocks, but we have some recording to do today. We're going to do, I think it's like 15 or 17, a few good minutes for you guys. So that'll be great. Okay, here's Biogen. Consolidating based on this support level back here. We're still sitting at that 221. In my opinion, and opinions are like, you know what, everybody has one. Here's the thing that I see. I would only trade it here from a swing trading perspective. Let this thing cycle down and pop back up. I do not trust it over here. Any news about any drug, especially aducanumab, sends this thing one way or the other, and I don't like it. So I would swing trade it, play the cards closer to your chest, and you will do okay. Last stock. What do I want to do? Pfizer, good call. Let's do Pfizer. Pfizer, oh my goodness. Pfizer ripped up there during COVID news. So this was a flagpole pattern, of course. Let's pull it up here. Look at this. Flagpole right up, and it came right back down. And that's exactly what they do every single time it's tried. So flagpoles don't work. Flagpole with Pfizer didn't work. This was probably amazing vaccine news or some nonsense like that. And then boom, this came right back down. So you're lucky to be sitting above your 100-day moving average. If this breaks down any further, then you're going to drop to your 200. And right now, you are in a downtrend. So if you want to short this thing, if you take out, let me clear this. If you take out this bottom wick right there, if you take out that bottom wick, let's say you get this, boom, engulfing candlestick, short it. Take profits going into the 45, 55, 200-day moving average, and Yaguchi. So, all right, guys, I'm out of here. I will be back tomorrow. Same time, same place. By the way, for everybody in the EM community, 2 p.m. today, live with me and Seth, live stream. Thursday, 2 p.m. live stream. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Follow me on Instagram at TraderMo_EM. I'm an Instagram whore. Peace. I changed my mind. I want to go longer. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. Everybody, tell your friends to come back. I changed my mind and I want to go longer. All right, let's do it. Send me more stocks. And then I'll even do the live stream later today. There we go. Let's go. Send me more stocks and smash the like button, please. That would be wonderful too. So, what do we have here? Intel is getting slammed at the open. Let's go and see what Intel is doing. Intel. Ackman bought 3 million shares. Of course he bought 3 million shares. That's what it is. God, Andrew. Oh, Andrew. All right. Meet Kevin wants to paint Mo's hair red like the Ronald McDonald for morale since McDonald missed today. Sure. I would, that sounds wonderful. Paint my hair red. Okay. Ackman just bought 3 million shares of, okay, so here, let's see. Woo! Intel is down to $49.24 on earnings. Damn. All right, let's see what Netflix is doing just because my boy Bill Ackman bought them today. They're up 6% right now. Let's see, Qualcomm. So Qualcomm is interesting because this was a big gap. So I'm telling you right now, this is going to come back down here. It's going to come back down here, especially when they report earnings. When's their earnings date? So their earnings date is February 2nd. So if earnings come, yeah, this is Mover time. if earnings come while the market is getting beaten down pretty good, man, this could certainly just fall back down on. Yeah, I don't know. Be careful with this one. This thing's gonna come crashing down. Mo, is there something you're interested in that looks like a promising stock that is coming down? Oh, yeah, it's gonna come down. You could short it, absolutely. If you want to short this thing, just drop below this wick right here. This green wick, drop below that. As soon as the stock price gets below this green wick right here, this will be in the sweet spot. Both lines will be in the sweet spot. You just need to make sure that you are being careful with your moving averages right here. Meant to say Ackman is Pershing Square, not reduced square. Yeah, it's Pershing Square. All right. And if you guys haven't watched the movie, I'm sorry, if you haven't watched the documentary, Betting on Zero. It's about Bill Ackman's short against Herbalife. Microsoft is rebounding nicely. So this trend, be careful with this. This trend will react. This trend is going to likely turn up. I don't know why it hasn't turned up yet. Maybe it'll turn up this afternoon as soon as volume starts coming in. When you start moving up, when you take out the top of this candle, you're going to do very well. Wait. How do you find out what Bill Ackman buys in real time? You can't. You can't find out what any hedge fund manager buys in real time unless they're as how do I say this, stupid as Cathie Wood, and they just tell everybody what they're buying at all times because they're just disruptive, and that's what you do. You don't do that. AMD. Okay, AMD is sitting right at the 200-day moving average. So here's what I don't like about AMD. First of all, earnings is February 1st. I don't like we're in a downtrend over here and sitting at the 200-day moving average and in a downtrend over here. Earnings better take off. Mo, do you like exotic cars? No, I don't. Not a big fan. Did Ackman get smoked by JCPenney? I really don't know, to be honest with you. BRKB. Berkshire. Yeah, Berkshire can break out, but be careful here. You got a little bit of a flagpole pattern. What I would actually want to see today is a little bit of a pullback, kind of maybe close right around here, and then tomorrow start moving because you're going at these all-time highs. This is going to be very tough for you. Plus, volume is very, very sporadic, as the youngins say. Thoughts on Disney? Disney. Okay, Disney is getting beat down. I think I need to write this one down just to look at puts on. I don't know, Disney. I think my number on Disney was like $85, $90, something like that. So this gap will likely fill, and it'll come down to $128. I wouldn't be surprised if that gap filled. So be careful of, here's the deal. Here's what I would do. Let me zoom in. Just Just wanted to check. So I always like to see what gaps are going to fill, what movement is going to happen. So as soon as this thing takes out this bottom wick, let's say it goes like this, and then engulfing candlestick down, takes out that bottom wick, you're a dog stock already, go ahead and short it right here. You can absolutely go ahead and short it right here. Next. What do I think of T? T got slapped yesterday, didn't they? Woof. So AT&T was going for a beautiful run right into that 200-day moving average. Earnings came out. They crushed earnings on every front. They dominated Verizon in the mobile world. They crushed it on HBO and HBO Max. Everything that they did was great yesterday. Revenue increased 1.5%. They're spinning off debt. They're getting rid of they're cutting their dividend in half. Everything's good. And the stock has been punished 10% in, what are they down today? 2%. So 10% in a matter of two stock market days. So awesome. Tesla, what is Tesla doing? Tesla, somebody just said, is down 5%, and they are down 4.5% right now. If they break below this 200-day moving average at 814, bye-bye Tesla. That is not going to be good. What's the market doing right now? Let's see here. The stock market is, everything's up almost 1%. I feel like the number of people watching right now is 319. I feel like this is just a bid and ask show. It's pretty funny. All right, next. I'll go for a few more minutes here, and then I got to eat something, then I got to go record. But my only desire is to have a McLaren and a Lamborghini. So here's Coco. My only desire is to have money is for me to buy a McLaren and a Lamborghini to spend my days catching gold diggers. That's the best thing I've ever heard. Yeah, you know what? I really wanted a McLaren until I got in one, and I was like, yep, I don't want a McLaren anymore. Also, a Lambo. I'm not a Lambo guy. Maybe a Ferrari, but not a Lambo guy. Here it is. Here's pins. Filled that gap right there. Gaps always fill. I'm telling you. And this gap happened in May of 2020. Gaps always fill. You don't have any gaps to the top side. You have one right here. That I'm sure that'll fill at some point. But you got a lot of work to do before that happens. Right now, downtrend, dog stock. Guys, just keep. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody bought Pinterest. There's already been rumors that PayPal was going to buy them. Of course, the rumors were fake, but there must be rumors out there in the tech world that somebody's going to buy Pinterest. So get ready for Pinterest to be bought. Can you analyze Baba? No. I've analyzed Baba so many times, up, down, sideways, up and down. If you want to go and see it, just go and look at any of the videos. My stance has not changed on Baba. It's actually gotten stronger. So Square is falling. Square is down 4% right now. Downtrend, dog stock. If you want to short it, like I said earlier, let it take out that wick right there from whatever day that was. Was that Monday? Is that Monday? Yep, Monday. So when does Square report earnings? February 24th. So they got a while to go. Oh, Groupon. Good one. Groupon. Groupon was the first stock I ever day traded. And I was sitting on my couch in my old apartment. I made $704 in a matter of like 4 minutes. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I'm going to try to put something together here. Mo, are you day trading at 11 today? Nope. I got recording today all day, unfortunately for you. All right. Groupon, downtrend, stock is rebounding. This trend will change. Red line will pop back up here. If you were swing trade this, run it up to the 200-day moving average, take profits, and do it all over again. Love it. You guys should do an 8-pillar on CoinStock. There's not enough data on CoinStock. Didn't Coin just go public? Yeah, Coin just went public April 14th. We have no data on CoinStock. It's everything that I would put into make my assumptions on CoinStock. Whatever the hell this is called, Coinbase, is 100% speculation. I could go in there and put in the best assumptions of all time. I could put in the worst assumptions of all time, and I don't know which one is right. So there's no point. Tom Nash finally admits Palantir sucks. That exactly right there proves that he is not a long-term investor. Absolutely proves that he is not a long-term value investor. Thank you, Garrett. If that's true, I don't know if it's true. I'm not going to verify it because he's a moron and I don't want to listen to that idiot. But if he admits that that sucks, that means that he is not a long-term investor. He does not understand value investing, and that is that. Dick. God. These people are such scumbags. Such scumbags. Lazr. Lumineer. This is coming from the same guy that made a Peloton video earlier this year or earlier last year, whatever the hell it was, and he said, my stance has changed, so he deleted the video. Why don't you just leave it up there and pin a comment that says, my stance has changed, it doesn't reflect my values anymore, I was wrong about this one? No, you got to delete it because you're a scumbag. That's exactly what you are. Okay, saw a title of a video, didn't watch. F him. All right. Man, this thing has just been beaten down. You know, if you want to do anything with it, swing trade it if you can get some momentum through the sweet spot. But this is tough. Even if you look back at the volume, see, I don't like, the volume is not very good, and I don't like seeing these random days of spikes. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is some kind of hypey thing. I mean, it looks like hype. This is what happens with hype. They go like this, they spike up, and they come right back down. I hate that. That drives me nuts. So, yeah. Pizza by Alfredo. What's up? Pizza by Alfredo or Alfredo's Pizza Kitchen. One of them tastes like hot garbage. A hot pile of garbage. Okay, so Dave & Buster's. Dave & Buster's is about to turn it. So the trapdoor has closed. It's turned into a downtrend. If you want to short it, you can short it under Monday's candle at the bottom. But what I would rather do is jump in here short term and try to swing trade it. His titles are clickbait. I bet the video says the opposite. Yeah, I bet it does too. Because he is a piece of shit. That's why. He is a clickbaiting you know what. Even though I already said it. FLWS. Flowers.com has just been abused. What? You guys don't send flowers to your moms and girlfriends anymore? Revenue down 3.5%. Earnings down 25. Earnings per share down 25%. I hate to break it to you, Nash said that doesn't say that Palantir here sucks. Well, even though he doesn't say that, everything that I said, I still stand by it because he's a piece of shit. And that doesn't change. Don't care what he says about Palantir or Valantir or Tesla or this or that. Don't care. He is what he is. Big gap down on Netflix, of course, and it's rebounding a little bit today. And you could see that we have a massive drop. Dog stock right now from pretty much every perspective. And that's that. Intel is still dropping. People are dumb. Hey, Intel can drop all at once. I wonder if I have some puts. I think I have puts on Intel at $45 expiring on 2/18. So, Intel's dropping more. Let's see. Oops, NTC. Intel's dropping more. Oh wow, Intel's at $48 now. Unbelievable. What's the volume though? Here, let's see what the volume is. Oh yeah, it's good volume. So we're 16 minutes into the day. Volume is at 11.36 million out of 336 million shares traded per day. Unbelievable. AMD is killing them. This AMD Intel comparison to me is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Who cares who leads the market? It doesn't matter. You can have two companies. One is going to be the leader. One is going to be in second place. That doesn't mean that the company is not good. I don't understand. That's the mentality of today's investor. They think that if I'm not in the number one company in that industry, then everything else sucks. It's truly unbelievable to me. This AMD Intel argument is so stupid. You know how many chips there are in the world? You know how many devices there are that need chips? Intel doesn't need to be number one. AMD doesn't need to be number one. It's really unbelievable. My wife gets upset when I send flowers to my girlfriend. Touche. You got to keep that better secret, bro. Garrett, You don't need to apologize. I don't. That's what these people do. All they do is clickbait you. So, Campbell's Soup. Well, Campbell's Soup is going to probably be flossing during a recession because actually canned goods are probably really expensive now because of inflation. So they're probably not going to floss during a recession. If you can break out above this 200-day moving average, you can do something, but it looks like you're about to roll over. Trapdoor is closing. I would wait for this to drop. If you drop below yesterday's wick and your stochastic drops down, you can get an engulfing candlestick and go for it. So, Jason, hey Mo, usually, yeah, I don't care. SWBI, why don't we look at that one? Haven't looked at that one in a while. SWBI. I am going to hop out of here, and I'm going to do 2 more stocks, and I'm going to get out of here. Smith & Wesson, this gap will fill. Right now, it's just a dog stock out of favor. Eventually, it's going to become in favor. It's going to pop up through the sweet spot and make a really nice run for you. If there's anything that is you want a recession-proof stock, there you go, guns. If you want an inflation-proof stock, there you go, guns. You want to know why it's inflation-proof? Because people that buy guns don't care about how much they cost. They just buy them. That's why it's inflation-proof. BBY. Okay, BBY. Whew. So BBY has been just beaten down. It is a dog stock. It's rolling over on its daily stochastic again. A lot of selling volume coming into it. Can't break above its 25-day moving average, which is terrible because the 25-day moving average is the easiest moving average to break through. So, okay. See if you could break. Man. To be honest with you, I wouldn't do anything with this. The only time I would do something with this is from a swing trade. If it breaks up like this, above the 25, you could try to run it to the 50. And if it breaks below Monday's wick on the bottom right here, you can try to go short on it. But man, this is tough. This is a tough one. I think it's just going to sit in this area and just consolidate for a little while. PayPal, haven't done that one in a while. But PYPL. Thanks, William. Thanks for tuning in every day. All right. PayPal is being abused. Oh my God. This thing was what I remember talking about this in November. It was Jeez. So in July, this was a $306 stock. Today it's $157. And everyone probably would have said, if we would have said this would be in half in 6 months, and it is. This is what happens. This is what you're going to see with the FANGs. I'm telling you right now. This is what you're going to see with the FANG stocks. This can happen. The FANGs are the ones that are propping up this market. As soon as they're done propping up the market, they're going to do exactly what PayPal has done. They're going to do exactly what Square has done. They're going to do exactly what Best Buy has done. They're going to do exactly what all of these companies have done. They're just the ones propping up the market right now. Don't think that they're the safety stocks. They will recover better. Well, some of them, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, I think I already said that one. Facebook, not Netflix. But yeah, be careful. All right. Last one. Give me an exciting stock. Oh, Rig? Oil. Rig is oil, yeah? All right. So this thing it's just consolidating in this 4 to 325 range and has been for a very long time with the exception of this drop right here and this pop right here and this pop right here. So can you get above the 200-day moving average? That's the question. I don't know. We'll see. You need volume, and you don't really have that, and you haven't had that for a very long time. This is 2 days in a row. It can get you somewhere. Maybe. I don't know. What I hope is you get a big green volume bar today, big green volume bar tomorrow, push through that 200-day moving average, make some money. Follow it over here on a swing trading chart. Don't even look at it over here. All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. RTX. Is that Raytheon? RTX. Yeah, I'll look at Raytheon. Is this all-time highs? No. So yeah, so it's pushing towards this level of $93, which seems to be the all-time high. Yeah, I would trade it over here. See if you can get this run. Excuse me. See if you can get a run up to $92.49. If you can get volume, engulfing candlestick, run this up to 92.25 and 92.25. What did I say? 92.50. Whatever it is. That's it. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Same time, same place tomorrow. And remember, the live stream today at 2 p.m. See you there. Peace.